Have you ever felt something stir deep inside you? Something you couldn't explain? A strange dream, a powerful symbol, or a sudden fear that didn't seem to come from your own experience? That feeling may not be random. According to Carl Jung, it may be a voice from the collective unconscious. This isn't just about psychology. It's about the blueprint of your mind, the stories written into the code of being human. This is the only guide you'll ever need to understand it. Carl Jung believed that buried deep beneath our personal thoughts, memories, and experiences, there's another layer, a deeper layer we all share. He called this the collective unconscious. It's not like your personal unconscious, which holds forgotten memories and traumas. The collective unconscious is more like a shared memory bank of the entire human race. It's the reason why myths, symbols, and stories repeat across cultures and centuries. Even people who've never met or read the same books seem to dream the same dreams. Jung described it like a vast, ancient ocean. Each of us is a wave on the surface, but underneath, we are all connected. This deep sea holds the patterns of existence: birth, death, fear, love, and transformation. And it's not just metaphorical. Jung believed we inherit these psychic structures, much like we inherit the instincts that drive survival. They are pre-programmed into us, shaping our reactions before we've had a chance to think. At the heart of the collective unconscious are archetypes. These are universal ancient symbols that live inside all of us. Think of them as the building blocks of the human psyche. The hero, the shadow, the mother, the wise old man. These figures aren't invented, they emerge. We recognize them because they were always there. They're not just characters in stories, they're characters in us. They appear in our dreams, in our stories, in art, religion, and fairy tales. From Harry Potter to Hercules, from Cinderella to the Buddha. Archetypes shape the way we understand life and ourselves. Jung said these archetypes act as primordial images, helping us navigate life. When we see them in culture, it's not because someone thought them up, it's because they tapped into something we all feel. The shadow is one of the most important archetypes. It's all the parts of ourselves we deny, reject, or fear. Our anger, our jealousy, our desires we pretend not to have. Jung believed we must face our shadow if we want to grow, because if we don't face it, it controls us from the dark. We project it onto others, we fear it, and we run from it. But when we confront it, we gain strength and self-knowledge. Facing the shadow is like walking into a dark cave, terrifying but necessary. It's where we meet our deepest truth, and in that confrontation, we begin to heal. In myth, the dragon we must slay often represents the shadow. It guards the treasure, not just gold, but transformation. When we face the dragon, we earn the right to change. Another set of archetypes are the anima and animus. These represent the feminine side within men and the masculine side within women. To Jung, true balance means integrating both. When a man connects with his anima, he becomes more whole, more empathetic, more creative. When a woman connects with her animus, she becomes more confident, more assertive, more complete. These archetypes aren't about gender roles. They're about energies within us. To know yourself, you must know both sides. You must allow softness in strength and strength in softness. Jung saw dreams not as meaningless noise, but as messages from the unconscious, and often these messages are encoded in archetypes. A journey could mean a personal transformation. A snake might symbolize danger, rebirth, or sexuality. The symbols aren't random, they come from the same shared language. The collective unconscious is speaking. You just have to learn how to listen. By journaling our dreams and reflecting on their imagery, we open a door to this ancient dialogue. Over time, patterns emerge, and we realize these aren't just our dreams, they're humanity's dreams. So why do stories from ancient Egypt, Greece, India, and indigenous cultures across the globe share similar themes? Why do gods die and rise again in different mythologies? It's because they reflect the same inner experiences: the hero's journey, death and rebirth, the divine mother. Jung believed religion and myth were expressions of the collective unconscious. They're our oldest attempts to make sense of what we feel inside. Every culture has stories of tricksters, lovers, warriors, and wise ones. They are not just fiction. They are reflections of the human soul, whether it's Osiris, Jesus, or Odin. These figures embody deep psychological truths. Myths are not lies. They are encoded truths from the inner world, told through symbolic language. Have you ever thought of someone and then they called you? Or had a strange coincidence that felt like more than just chance? Jung called this synchronicity, a meaningful coincidence. These moments, he believed, are signs that the unconscious and the universe might be more connected than we think. When the outer world reflects our inner world, something profound is happening. It's as if reality is whispering back. A subtle nod. A connection. A moment that reminds you that life might be more mysterious than we admit. Some say it's pure chance. Others feel a deep resonance, like the universe aligned for a brief second. Jung believed those moments are worth paying attention to. They may point to something sacred. If you want to know more about synchronicities, make sure to check our full guide on them down below. Think of your personal unconscious as a single tree. The collective unconscious, that's the forest. Your tree grows from roots that are shared with millions of others. And though each tree is unique, they all draw water from the same underground river. Your fears, dreams, and symbols are personal, but they echo something deeper, something older. That's what makes them so powerful. This is why ancient symbols move us, why sacred geometry feels important, why stories written thousands of years ago still touch our hearts. When you work with your unconscious, you're not just working with your own mind, you're connecting with the source. You're tapping into humanity's soul. Modern psychology tends to focus more on behavior and cognition, and less on spiritual or symbolic aspects. But Jung's ideas still echo in therapy, storytelling, literature, and even video games. Why are we drawn to heroes, to quests, to darkness and redemption? Because those stories are us. They come from the blueprint inside. Games like Zelda, films like The Matrix, novels like Dune. These aren't just entertainment, they're modern myths, shaped by ancient patterns. Even marketing uses archetypes. Brands present themselves as heroes, caregivers, rebels. The collective unconscious isn't just theory, it's everywhere. Jung's ultimate goal wasn't happiness, it was wholeness. He called this journey individuation, integrating all parts of yourself, including the ones you fear or ignore. Becoming conscious of the unconscious, meeting your shadow, embracing your anima or animus, listening to your dreams. It's the path to becoming fully yourself. Individuation is the soul's journey. It's not easy, but it's meaningful, and it's the only path that leads inward, toward real depth. The more we become whole, the more we contribute to the world. Inner work becomes outer change. The personal becomes the universal. And this isn't abstract theory, this is about you. When you recognize archetypes in your life, you see patterns. When you honor your dreams, you gain insight. When you embrace your shadow, you stop running. Understanding the collective unconscious is like finding a map. It doesn't give you all the answers, but it shows you where to look. It's how you grow, how you heal, how you come home to yourself. And in doing so, you help the collective as well. Because as one of us grows in awareness, we all do. Great artists, writers, and filmmakers often channel the collective unconscious, whether they know it or not. That's why their work speaks across time and culture, from Star Wars to Lord of the Rings, from ancient myths to modern memes. The same forces are at work, the same symbols reappear, the same inner truths are being told. This is why art moves us. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to the soul. It speaks in archetypes, in dreams, in light and shadow. Great art is not created, it is revealed. It's pulled from the depths, where our individual and shared humanity meet. Jung once said, "Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." The collective unconscious is a mirror, a storybook, a deep well of truth beneath the noise of modern life. If you want a full video tutorial on how to tame the collective unconscious, please like this video and subscribe.